The woman disguised herself as a movie star and entered the building. She deliberately bumped into a janitor and stole her work badge. When she came out again, she was already dressed as a hotel staff member. She successfully swiped the card and entered the interior of the building. She went to her employer's door to say the password, ready to help the real star escape from the hotel. It turns out that the woman was a top agent. A few days earlier, she had been ordered to marry the eldest son of the world's richest man, but as soon as she arrived at the tycoon's house, she found him being bullied by his father and brother. After everyone else left, the man who had just been lying on the ground suddenly grabbed her wrist, pulled her down hard, and said, "We meet again." It turned out this was not their first meeting. Just the day before, the woman was carrying out a mission, but was discovered by the enemy. At the end of her rope, she randomly entered a room, held a knife to the man's neck, and threatened him to stay silent. After the enemy left, the man asked the girl to untie his ropes, but she only looked him over, then tossed him the knife and turned to leave. She did not expect that the next time they met, she had already become his fiancée. The man curiously asked her why she had so many identities, but the woman said he also was faking a limp and pretending to be weak. She explained that she meant no harm, while secretly feeling for the dagger at her thigh. After learning the man was no threat to her, she took the initiative to wrap her arms around his neck. The two planned to collaborate. At that moment, the man's family was troubled over stocks, because without the man's signature, they could not acquire the shares. Then his stepmother wanted to use the woman to kick him out of the board of directors, so she ordered the servants to send the woman some supplements. But the woman immediately recognized that it was a drug that would cause mania. She pretended not to know and accepted it, then turned to find the man. At that moment he was bathing. She pushed the door open directly, took off her shoes and stepped into the tub. One hand clamped around his neck, but the man noticed what she had in her hand, so he decided to play along, planning to put on a show with the woman. They deliberately made a huge commotion. The servants heard it and went to report, saying the woman really ran out crying. The stepmother thought the woman must not be able to endure such humiliation, so the next day she pretended to rush into the man's room. But the very next second, the woman crawled out from under the blanket, and even scolded her for not knocking before entering. The two acted very intimate, leaving the stepmother with only an awkward smile, and she slipped away in embarrassment.